Hi, welcome to Going Insane with Temperance. That's me. Good morning. Yeah, so I was sleeping and I started hearing Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. I'm like, Depeche Mode? Really? So I grabbed my phone. And I didn't have my glasses on, so I just pushed. I need the mic. I know where the mic's at, right? So I pushed, and I said, Depeche Mode. And the first song had Jesus in the title. I could tell that. And I'm like, Paranormal Jesus? What? I'm like, okay. What? Okay. Well, we all know. Well, most everybody knows, probably more than me, that it was your own personal Jesus. Name of the song. So I played it. I was like, it's too early to try and listen to these dudes. They're hard to understand a bit for me. But I've since watched it again with a lyric video. It's not Paranormal Jesus, it's Personal Jesus. Okay. So that's on my Facebook. And then proceeded to go through quite the list of I'm sorry. Was that the Ho'oponopono? I'm sorry, thank you. I'm sorry, forgive me, whatever. I forget what it is right now. It's really early. I just started about an hour ago, and it's 5:30 now. Then, who came on next? Stained. A whole album. Godsmack. Under Your Scars. And, Sound of Silence by Disturbed came on. And so, I'm like, well, I guess I'll do my video. Good morning. How's your all's morning going? Yeah, I could just hear him so clearly. I mean, Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. I'm like, what? Okay, Jesus. Yeshua. Gang, gang. Let's get this on. So while I'm still kind of in between realms, I think we should do this video. We won't do much of this channeling stuff because apparently I'm between realms, right? Okay. The sun's not even up yet. That. Okay. Obviously, the sun's not up. Okay, gang, gang. This is your message, not my message. By the way, if you're new, welcome. Everybody, hit the like button. Even if you just pop in, it's good manners, right? Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know the next time a video drops. Leave a comment and start a dialogue, even if it's just an emoji. It really helps promote the video. All my contact information is below. I offer services, and I have a contact email. You can write me an email if you like. Any questions you have, comments that are derogatory can go there. Let's keep it easy breezy. You guys have something you want to say that you're not sure is comment worthy? Drop me an email. Okay. I picked these up first. Okay, well, I guess we'll roll with these first. Sacred Creators. You know, yesterday's video, the 2-hour one, did not seem to me like 2 hours. I don't know. Just use that one. Any others? Okay, now which? Off the bottom. Okay, well, I'm going to stick to the formula as put to me. And all cards are facing up today, apparently. Keep them in order. Okay, well, that seems chewable. Hey, gang, gang. I don't know if I can read this. Rats. That's okay. Work this out. Getting up this early. I already know what to do. Okay. Stay, please. Alrighty then. I saw the stupidest movie last night. I don't even know why I watched it. It's called Butter. It was the stupidest. It made no flipping sense to me. I sat there and I watched it anyway, and that made even less sense. Okay, so here we go. Ambush fear with your ferocious dreams. And this is the one I saw that had me pulling them off the bottom. So let's start with that one, shall we? Yes, let's. What? 51. Oh, I should tell you that I stopped when these were all the same way, like upright, and I stopped on each pile. I stopped at the first one that was upside down. Okay? That was the indicator to me. It opened to you are epic. And you are. And so am I, by the way, in case you didn't notice. 51, right? Ambush fear ambush fear with your ferocious dreams. Okay. Okay, gang, gang, you're gonna have to like focus my eyes better. Essential meanings. A time to be courageous, standing up to fear for the big sake. Just says, wow. Okay. A time to be courageous, standing up to fear for the big. That's what it says. It's not my message, okay? Their message. Sacred win, a great time to take a risk, your dream being within reach. Self-care message, feeling stuck, fear of moving ahead, feeling controlled by fear or uncertainty, a time to release negative thought patterns, a time to be realistic about risk tolerance, remembering that without small risks there is no growth, learning to welcome risk as a teacher. Ooh. Back to the book. Just early. Your fear is an indicator that you are brave enough to challenge the status quo. It is normal to experience fear on the road to success. Every successful creator on the planet has had a myriad has had myriad moments when they were worried that their idea may not work. Learn how to manage your self-doubt and do it anyway. Tell fear to move out of the way and know that your prosperity will come when you are courageous enough to follow your own light, down your own path. Innovation always coexists with vulnerability. Innovation always coexists with vulnerability. Good morning. So allow them to live inside of your dream together. You won't have all the answers, but remember, most of the time, the unknown is not nearly as terrible as you could imagine it to be. Boy, that's some right. Sometimes your big fear will actually be as tiny as the field mouse that blocks the elephant's path. Like a gentle giant, use your great power, presence, inspiration, and regal fierceness to stand up and do it anyway. Find your bravery and go for it. Your dream is worth it. It is. And you are. Fear is a nasty naysayer. How do you respond when it screams mean girl insults at you? That's what it says. I was always the mean girls. I was not good at insulting. I'm not good at it. I'm better now because I can come from a point of truth. You know, I just say the truth. The truth hurts anyway. That's beside the point. Mean girls, I was always the one that 2 hours later, oh, I should have said that. But I thought about it for 2 flipping hours solid until I could come up with something to respond. It's horrible. School was horrible for me. It was hard. That's why I didn't stay in. I graduated. I went to college. But school was hard for me. How was it for you guys? I bet it wasn't really great either. We all had troubles either on those the forced learning side, or the forced social gathering side, the cliquey side. I wasn't very cliquey either, so I was always on the outside of all the cliques. I was just floating around, just like I do now. When it screams mean girl insults like, I'm not good enough. I'm not ready. I look like shit. Why would they listen to me? What if I fail? How often do you move ahead in spite of fear? It said that. It says it. Yes, it does. How are you making sure that the desire to reach your dream is infinitely bigger than the fear you may have of taking a risk? Amen. Accept and receive. That's how. 24, that's a 6. So that's 2 6s. Accept and receive. Essential meaning. Learning to accept love and praise. Accepting your worth in order to bring prosperity into your life. They are so good at this. Accepting where you are today with a fierce knowing that things are improving. Gang, 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 gang. Ninja SEALs. Whoop, whoop. It is the 24th. 2 days. In 2 days. We have like today and tomorrow. And then it's the 26th. And that's just the beginning of what, a week or two. Are y'all excited? I'm so excited. I'm just in the river right now because I don't know. I know not to get outside of the river. Let's just stay in the river. It's safer in there because then I don't have to get put on a God shelf, collect God dust. And if they say go left, the river helps take me there. And if I need to go right, the river starts bending that way. Okay, back to the. Yes. Essential meanings. Learning to accept love and praise, accepting your worth in order to bring prosperity into your life, accepting where you are today with a fierce knowing that things are improving. Self-care message, an ability to accept the gifts that are coming your way, a need to believe in the value you offer, resistance to receiving praise or love. It's time to accept and receive sweet. Let me see. Learning to. No. It's time to accept and receive, sweet Creator. Learn to graciously open up all of it. The praise and the compliments. Love from others. Help when it comes. And unusual or unexpected support that confirms the universe is opening up for you. Receive it. You are worthy. Know that it may not look exactly as you imagined it would be, but rest assured its arrival is imminent. As you move towards your dreams, look for serendipitous, there's that word again, encounters with people who already know the way and remain open to the idea that accepting an imperfect short-term situation is not the same thing as settling for less than you deserve. Okay, back that truck up. They have some really long sentences. As you move towards your dream, look for serendipitous encounters with people who already know the way and remain open to the idea that accepting an imperfect short-term situation is not the same as settling for less than you deserve for the long haul. Sometimes the most potent magic can be found in the unplanned pit stops. When we try to control exactly how the universe delivers our wishes, we can miss the small miracles that arrive in their stead. Be open to receiving remarkable alternatives and suggestions and an extraordinary outcome that is better than you imagined it could be. Ask yourself, can I do, be, have, love, or live better? That should be a resounding hell yes. Heavens yes. Challenge yourself to accept and receive, excuse me, accept and receive more for your beautiful creator self. Amen. What do you need to receive more of in your life? Are you allowing others to help you? How easy is it for you to reach out and ask for a helping hand? What type of person would you love to meet today? And how could they help you on your journey? Lovely. Unstick the stuck. I think we've had that one before. I'm not going to get stuck trying to figure out if we've had that one before. Unstick the stuck. Busting out of essential meaning. Busting out of sticky energy. Breaking stagnation. Seeing the pattern of your rut. Integrating a message or a lesson. Success. Self-care message. Stagnation. Too much energy causing a traffic jam. A need to focus. Seeking motivation and clarity. It's time to bust through the confines of the current patterns that you've got going on. This may be an overall sticky pattern that you are experiencing, or it may be showing up in one small area of your life. Either way, it's time to dust away stagnant energy and give things a fresh glow. No more stalling. If a situation, relationship, expectation, or unwanted responsibility weighs heavily on your heart, or if the dense energy of habit is making you feel like you have limited control over your circumstances, it's time to look at the relationship you have with your rut. Is it so familiar that it feels like it's part of you? Does it? I understand that. But it feels so much better over here. Just let that sink in. Or could it be serving you in some sneaky way? Sometimes our ego accepts the rut because it keeps challenges, fears, and possible failures at bay. Are we afraid to fail? Aw, pobrecito. Failure is just lack of trying. That's in game. Remember that you always have a choice to find the tools, help, and energy that you need. Unstick the stuck to welcome your momentum and the willpower to achieve. Commit to one idea and action and usher in a dynamic trajectory for your future. Yes, yes. Your body is not trapping you. Your family is not trapping you. Your luck is not trapping you. Your life circumstances are not trapping you. What exactly are you holding on to? What is it that got you stuck? Modern life can be so over the top that it can cause a traffic jam of epic proportions. Could you be missing cues that you're tired? Could you be missing cues that you're tired, exhausted, or needing rest? There that is again. Seems to be a major theme with you guys. Not me. I sleep as often as possible. It's apparently not in the early morning hour, just the wee early morning hours, not the early morning hours. Not that I'm complaining, okay? I'm just sharing. Oh, I guess I should show you the card. Changes. Changes. Way too early to sing. So we won't. Oh, and it's a 10. Oh, and stuck was a 10 too. Wow. Okay, so we have 2 6s and 2 10s. Because unstick the stuck is 46. Well, alrighty then. Interesting. 6 6 10 10. Changes. The natural cycles, essential meanings. The natural cycles of life, a positive outcome, a turning point, good luck, karma, destiny, the unfolding of your soul path, welcoming adventure and mystery. Self-care message. Things may be getting out of control. Unwanted external influences, the ups and downs of life, the inevitable nature of change, feeling uprooted in change, an opportunity to let go of old and outdated visions of the future. That's almost everything. That's almost every vision of the future is outdated now. We're co-creating a whole new world, so I mean, I guess I'm not afraid because, well, I've been focusing on it for so long, but I mean, as long as we're not recreating the old world, how could we go wrong? Pretty bad. It's been really bad. That's how we ended up in muck, this mucky place that turned our minds to mush and our hearts to stone, unwilling and unable to feel anything, scared about what people think of us, judging each other. That's why we should be afraid of other people. We know to be afraid of what other people think of us because of what we think about each other. It's not going to be that way for much longer. People are going to learn, or they're not going to fit in. And then they're the ones that are going to feel judgment, self-judgment, and otherwise. I mean, all of this negative energy is going to dissipate. People are either going to see the light or they're going to go towards it. I mean, that's really, it's their free will to change or move on. We don't get to choose for any soul, but Gaia has a soul too. And we're here to help Gaia, and she deserves it. She did nothing wrong. She just hanging out in space, being attacked by her inhabitants with their negativity, their hate, and they're trying to stop the ascension because the low vibers, the low vibe energies, the entities that have been keeping us, oppressed, can't ascend. They're too low vibe. That's why they don't want Gaia to ascend. Otherwise, they'd have been just happy. Saying, you know, but there's rules, there's universal laws. And enough of us were crying out with Gaia that we were willing to help. And that's how we got here. I mean, the first innocent victim here is Gaia. She's the first soul we came to rescue. And we have others. We're not done. We're just getting started. Anywho, back to the book. Where was I? Your miracle is coming to you through a change that has already begun. Everything is about to shift, and you are at the right place at the right time. As the wheel of fortune turns its... Oh, that's what we had the other day. The wheel. There's the karmic ending. Back to the book, Tracy. As the wheel of fortune turns, it brings with it some significant blessings. Aren't you ready to... Some significant blessings. Aren't you ready to breathe in some positive change? Over here, Lord. Woo! Over here. Woo! I've been doing that for years. If I agree with something, over here, over here. It works. Whatever works. Whatever excites the energy around you. Whatever it is. Yes, yes. Or over here, over here. Or clapping. Just add energy. And it gets everything all excited around it. And it starts manifesting right away. You raise your own vibration. If you can raise your own vibration, they can reach down easier. That's how it works. Okay. Back to the book. Some positive change. I'm pretty sure you ordered it. You may already find yourself in the midst of this lucky vortex. Ooh, yes, yes. And if so, you are being gifted an incredible opportunity to reach out and grab your success. Don't be afraid to step into something new and to welcome self-improvement and challenge as you say yes to a novel experience. Is there something you've been wanting to shuffle and upgrade in your life? Yes, yes. Your current situation is a little bit too small for your big badass future. It's a little too small for your big badass future. That's what it says. It's too small for mine. My current situation is way too small for my big badass future. Claim it. Claim it. Come on, I know you want to. Come on, I know you want to. So prepare to amp it up a notch. Get ready to embrace Lady Luck and welcome your future with trust and courage, because fortuitous fortune favors the brave. Fortuitous fortune favors the brave. I told you I wake up in a good mood. Have you been hanging out in the cusp of change for a while now? How will you know when the gentle for at least a month, right? Just kidding. Moving on. How will you know when the gentle beginnings of change have arrived? What evidence will you see? Name it. What lucky chances have helped you along the way? How could bad luck, intention, and destiny interact together in your favor? Changes hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I heard that song coming. Driving home the other day. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I was dancing in my truck. I was jamming. That song gets me every time. Fierce Serenity. I claim that. I am fierce in my serenity. I am. Don't you doubt it. Why am I looking at the pages? It's right behind this one. Fierce Serenity. Essential meanings: strength, quiet force, determination, the energy of the pacifist, willpower, self-control, a pure heart, emotional intelligence, a loving leadership, grounded calmness, infinite patience, a gentle soul, a peaceful warrior. Self-care message: losing patience, losing control, allowing your emotions to run wild, not standing in your power, being inflexible. Excuse me. Not standing in your power, being inflexible, a time to trust your own abilities. Fierce serenity is a quality that's embodied by the peaceful warrior and by the majestic beauty of a resting lion. It's a feeling of power and one of flexible calmness in the center of a raging storm. Regardless of any fear or vulnerability that you feel or that you are feeling right now, this card reminds you that you are strong enough to handle the situation. Stand up for yourself with love and courage and insist on integrity. Really good advice. Both from yourself and from others. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Self-love boundaries. Previous videos, okay? Just bone up a little bit on the open book test. It's an open book test. Test, test. Check, check. From both yourself and from others. When the world around you is challenging your inner peace, what gives you strength amid uncertainty? Root deeply into that truth. As being fiercely grounded will challenge the outcome of your current events. Now is not the time for brute force. Finesse. Le choix de vie. Okay. Not that kind. The integrity kind. Try that one. Integrity, when it comes down to it, that's really all we've got. Ride that wave. It's a little bumpy at first to get used to the curl. But it's so gorgeous once you're in. You're just riding. That integrity wave will take you a long way. That was pretty tight. When the world around you is challenging your inner peace, what gives you strength amid uncertainty? Root deeply into that truth, as being fiercely grounded will change the outcome of your current events. Now is not the time for brute force. Lead with love. The gentle serenity you project will be a steady force that will allow you to remain unshakable. That's why self-love is unconditional, unbreakable. Unconditional love of self. Because when you love yourself, you know you're worthy. And other souls are worthy just because they're souls that are here in this experience. And then you can respect them truly. You don't have to fake it. And you can truly stand up for yourself because you know you're worthy, and you don't have to fake that either. And in no uncertain terms, they will understand that you mean what you're saying, and they will either change or kick rocks. You have to explain it to them. You have to love them enough to explain to them what's going on. If they don't get that there's new rules, lay it out for them. And if they can't abide by them, walk away. With love, say, I love you too much and me too much to continue this conversation. I've got to go. Let me know if you change your mind about respecting my boundaries. And that's all you got to do, honestly. People stomping their feet, demanding something from you, it doesn't mean you don't love them if you walk away. It means you love yourself. If you don't love you, why should they? Why would they respect you if you don't respect yourself? Previous videos, okay? Really important. Really important that you get the first videos in the lineup, that you go through them and you understand, and that you're applying these methods. Because that's what's going to steadfastly pull you through and bring others along behind you. As they will follow your example, and at least when it comes to you, and everything will catalyst off of that. Okay. Faith is your kingpin, okay? Ask for help. I always, this works. I say, okay, insert filter, and I'll let anything escape out my mouth that is not directly stamped approved from on high, because I could get carried away. Okay, there's too many of y'all going, yeah, you're right. Hush. I know. That's why I ask for a filter. You can ask for filters from your ears too, so you can hear things correctly. How about that? Bet you never thought of that. And by the way, if people are just sitting there spewing stuff at you, you don't have to take that either. You don't have to let them finish spewing shit. You can say, okay, that's enough of that. I don't need all this negativity. If we can't sit down and have a productive, for both of us, conversation, if we're not both going to get something out of this conversation, and you're just going to browbeat me, I'm going to leave until you can write out what you need from me, and I'll read it, and then I'll respond in kind, because I'm not going to take this verbal abuse from you ever again. Don't speak to me that way. If you need something from me, you can write it down, mail it to me. Maybe I'll read it. But if you don't respect me, I don't have to listen to you. How about them apples? Define what love means to you. That's why you need to be able to love yourself, because so you know what love is. What does love mean to you? You have to define it, so people know what to do to show you love. If you're just feeding what they need for love, their love language, which means abusing you, then that's on you. Because it's not reciprocation. It's not reciprocal in nature. You're not getting anything. You're just giving them what they need, and it's your fault for creating that monster in the first place. Trust me, I know. Yes, you can uncreate the monster. Or the monster can just kick rocks until the monster grows up. I don't care how old they are. Emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, it's not okay. And it's not self-love to let somebody beat the fuck out of you. I don't care if they're using their voice, their words, or their knowledge of your emotional pain. Your pain body. If they know your pain body and they can hurt you through it, that makes them a terrible person for wanting to. And you should leave. That's a narcissist that wants to use pain bodies to inflict pain. More pain. That's horrifying. I know. I've been through it a lot. And then I'd see him the next day. Hi, how you doing? Love me, please. And it wasn't because I was a victim. It was because I loved them. And I just figured one day they'd figure it out. And I was big enough to take the pain. It almost killed me more than once. Just the pain of the people that I love so dearly abusing me. Not anymore. I love myself more than I love their being able to hurt me. Because they're so close they can do it. Okay. That was a worthy rant. I know. If anybody wants to talk to me about this stuff, my email's in below, okay? Or if you have my phone number, you can call me. Whatever. Don't text, though, because that would probably get kind of lengthy for a text, but the email's good if you want to write it out. Writing is very therapeutic. It's very cathartic. It gets it out of your head. Gets you out of your head. Overthinking, like yesterday, all that mental clatter, static, it robs you of your present, of your the present, the gift that now is, and now. That's how you get to joy. Well, this now, right now, and this right now, and this right now, and this right now, and then when all the toxic is gone, it's joy. It's just joy. Even a person by themselves can be a joy. We're never alone, but you create your own joy. You're reliant on yourself, and that's how everything works. A relationship can only work when two people are soundly grounded in that they are okay alone, whole within. And then two wholes come together, and we don't have to complete each other because we're already complete. And now we've made a three, a whole nother. By combining two, then there's a whole new creation in space. And then if you add the divine, that's trine, and that's very fine. And that's how that works. In case anybody was wondering. The gentle serenity that you project will be a steady force that will allow you to remain unshakable. Channel your love from the center of your pure heart and bless the quiet strength of your soul. It will prevail when it is given the chance to shine in the face of adversity. Yes, yes. How would your situation change if you let go of the small stuff? What are some of your must-haves, and what can you compromise on? This is stuff that you need to do in self-exploration. What is it you can, which is it? Which are the black and white? I have to have this. I have to have this. Must have, must have. And what are the things that you're like, well, I really prefer it this way, but I can go gray there instead of black and white. I mean, if you need everything black and white, start at the beginning of the video series. You need too much control, so start over and see you here again in a little while. The peaceful warrior archetype whispers through the actions of extraordinary people like Gandhi. I was going to say Gouda. Gouda. Gandhi, fuck Mother Teresa, and Martin Luther King. Mother Teresa was one of the worst child traffickers ever born. Can you imagine? I think she's even related to Podesta. Isn't that's sick and twisted? This is what I'm talking about, the compliance. We funded that. Our parents, generationally, people were giving her money to traffic children. Doesn't it just want to make you break down? Well, look up, because if y'all need more information like that, let me know. I know most of y'all here have taken big bites of this apple, of this pterodactyl-sized crow. But don't be shy to ask me if something I say shocks you or amazes you or intensifies a curiosity within you or validates a feeling you've had somewhere along the line. Let's talk about it. Okay? Okay. Martin Luther King Jr. Is there someone who represents fierce serenity to you? We all have this energy in us. Where can you welcome more of it into your life? Willing release. We just had this one. Another 6. Wow. Okay. Right? Wait, no. I don't know how to count. I really can't count right now. I'm not going to try. Let it go, Trace. Okay. All of a sudden, I don't know how to add. Willing release. Key concepts. Yielding to a divine plan. Releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted. Leaving room for serendipity. Yippity. I love that word. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take, is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form of the timing and the how to your higher power. It's hard, but that's how you build your faith muscle. Excuse me. Okay. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine to plan to unfold it? Allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. That was deep. Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply, and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. That's tough. They've been working on the divine plan was to start working on my patience from the jump. As soon as I hit feet on the ground, could roll over on my own or couldn't run. I mean, I probably wanted to roll over on my own and couldn't, and had to learn patience as a newborn baby. That's how long I've been working on patience. So if anybody understands patience and long suffering, I do. Back to the book. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply, and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? It stinks. I don't know if it smells like a sewer outside. Dang, that was nasty. Good morning. I don't know. Ears wide open. And it's a 33. Okay, another 6. Sixes must be important today. Okay, Metatron. Now we need the video about the 6s. Can we have it today? We'll see. Maybe it's already there. Okay. Ears wide open. Key concepts. Deep listening as a gift we give. Deep listening as a gift we give to others. Understanding someone else's needs. Showing focused attention. Tuning into another and letting go of the ego's need to be heard. Man, the whole world needs this reminder. The world is constantly speaking to us and offering clues about what is really going on beneath the surface of things. We all have the capacity to hear beyond the noise that reaches our ears. The challenge is when we feel misunderstood and unheard. The challenge is when we feel misunderstood and unheard, when we feel insignificant, and it's easy to over-explain ourselves in an attempt to get acknowledged. Shush. Three fingers pointing right back at you, you know. Now is the time to let all that go. Offer your attention as the great gift it is. It's time to stop multitasking, checking your phone, thinking of what you're going to say next, and doing all the other things that keep you from connecting fully. Whenever we are in a state of chaos and distraction, paying attention to only some of what is being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including that which is not being said. Okay. Amy Satori, Satori. She has a put listening listening. Amy Satori listening, and she has a video that talks about active listening. And I'm now that I've gotten this one, um, that we have gotten it, I'm going to go listen to that. I'll link it in my Facebook. Okay, I just wrote it down. um, I'll put it, um, because if we're getting this card, that means we need it. Okay. Now's the time. Now is the time to let all that go. Offer your attention as the gift it is. It's time to stop multitasking, checking your phone, thinking of what you're going to say next, and doing all the other things that keep you from connecting fully. Whenever we are in the state of chaos and distraction, paying attention to only some of what is being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including what is not being said. Deep listening is the way in which we immerse ourselves in the truth of the world. In this way, with ears wide open, we also open our hearts and minds to understand more than what is conveyed through words alone. Opportunities arise from the subtle cues we miss when we are not 100% present. You know, this would be a different world if people were actively listening to each other. The whole world would be different. Think about it. We weren't so caught up in what we could say next to be a part of the conversation, our stories to have meaning in that moment. I interrupt people. I have. It's when I find I've checked myself, and it's to show them that I can relate, or to get a word in edgewise. You know, and a conversation is two people. It's just not one person running on, but it's confidence that your turn will come, which can be a two-party issue, because if the consistent reality or experience is that time never comes, people want to interject. So being heard and listening They have to be part of the self-love boundaries. And respecting other people's self-love boundaries as well. I mean, the conversation is an exchange back and forth. Sharing something that's heavy on your heart or needs to be said. There are ways of letting that be known. Like, I really have something to say. I'd appreciate it if you wait till I was finished, because I really need you to hear this. Save all your questions till the end. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have when I'm done. Here's a pad of paper so you can write them down. I mean, the one who needs to say something or wants to be heard has to also consider the other person. The one being asked to listen, if they're not willing to work on that and respect the boundary, even if they, by habit or spontaneity or whatever, assholeness, whatever, don't correct themselves humbly and sincerely, then it's not time to have that conversation with that person. And that's, I mean, you can't go in like demanding, I want you to listen to me, I want you to listen to me, because they're going to get onto the fence right away. And they're going to be like, what? What? What is so important that you have to talk to me that way? Or if they ask you a question and you jump down their throat, I said, listen. That doesn't work. You never listen. People tell me that. You never listen. Well, that's just not true. But I'm thinking, I just asked a question so I could make sure I understood what you were saying, because I do care so much. If the question was difficult for you, write it down. You write it down and we'll talk about it later. You could have just said, I don't know. Or I don't want to answer that right now. Because everybody's mind works different. So it's really a good idea to kind of know who you're approaching, right? Deep listening is the way in which we immerse ourselves in the truth of the world. In this way, with ears wide open, we also open our hearts and minds to understand more than what is conveyed through words alone. Opportunities arise from the subtle cues we miss when we are not 100% present. Purposeful open listening is an act of the true respect and intimacy. When you are in the space of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive and alert to meaningful potential. Right now, keep your ears wide open, and you will find more than what you are searching for. Amen. Well, I received that as a heads up from the universe, and I respect that, and I'm listening. So ears wide open. And that leads us to endless possibilities. This looks like a very promising day, does it not? Or at least a couple of days. I don't know how good this energy is good for, but I'm down. Over here, Lord. Endless possibilities, key concepts, unlimited potential, moving beyond limiting beliefs, and the filter of an unhealed past. Using your awareness to discern what is possible and having the courage to leap beyond even that. You look at the world through the lens of your life, experiences, personality, and conditioning. The filter determines whether you believe in an abundant universe of endless possibilities or various degrees of limitation and a finite range of options. When your expectations, unconscious or otherwise, are based on lack, it's difficult to see what is truly available to you. Today, ask yourself what you believe. Are you limitless? Are there are there limitless potential outcomes to align your energy with? Do you know intuitively that there is more to life than meets the eye? And are you willing to act on that knowledge? Gang, gang. As you believe, so will it be for you, as your energy will attract its match in the outer world. Conditions meet expectations. Either your world remains the way it is, in various forms yet essentially unchanging, or you become more. Boy, if that ain't an invitation to come towards the 26th with the expectation of more, I don't know what is. Ninja Seals. Whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh, where did it go? I don't know where. Okay, so I'll just start here. Today, ask yourself what you believe. Are there. We'll see what truly is available to you. Today, ask yourself what you believe. Are there limitless potential outcomes to align your energy with? Do you know intuitively that there is more to life than meets the eye? And are you willing to act on that knowledge? As you believe, so will it be for you, as your energy will attract its match in the outer world. Conditions meet expectations. Either your world remains the way it is, in various forms yet essentially unchanging, or you become more. Everything shifts as you open yourself up to a greater version of you and a more meaningful life. Discovering opportunities that better reflect your true self. This is the nature of your dynamic relationship with the divine. Today, stand with open arms, knowing that you are stepping into beauty, into experiences that are potent and transformative. You are walking past the line. You are walking past the line that you and others drew long ago, leaping over what was and toward what will be. You are more than you were. This is so exciting. I am so excited. Okay. Now, what is it that you want? The treasure is yours. You just need to believe it. Last but never least, Ace of Michael, Archangel Badass. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Wow, are they good at this or what? Dadgum. Oh my my. Oh my my. Oh, hell yes. Gonna put on my party dress. Okay, so have a great day, everybody. Love you so much. Holla if you want a dialogue going on. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. Really helps promote the video. Share it with your friends if you are so led, and on your social media, wherever. Okay, so have a blessed day. I'm out of here. Peace out.